started with 17 players, with red defeating SphereCube, putting him in this position. And now the first player will be eliminated, making this tournament have 16 players remaining, and SphereCube once again finds himself on the brink against Toad, who lost his first game against Shockwave TLS. What this means is there are no more chances. If they lose this game, they're out. The winner survives into losers round 2 to play Pool in the Mall. So, as the players warm up, I think we're ready for this best of 3 match. Make sure to go to 9-hole game, and I'll count you in. 3, 2, 1, go. So there will be a little bit of delay as the players get ready, but there we go. So, here we go on to hole 1. Toad on your left, Sphere to your right, and both of them with straight shots onto the fairway. And yeah, good start, pretty much neck and neck. Time difference is negligible. And both of them going onto the green, Sphere just going over. Be interesting to see if he goes for the putt. Yeah, he does. And they both sink it. Toad just about ahead by my money, but by a pretty slim amount. Maybe a second and a half. Going into 3. Toad going over the sand and into the fairway. Sphere also going over, actually in the rough there. Still goes for the putt, but Toad comes up short and Sphere does the same. So, we end hole 3 as we started it. Toad in the lead, but by an amount that is definitely retrievable for Sphere.
Nice shot.
Will Toad get the shortcut? Looks good. He gets it in the rough, but that's good enough. Disaster averted. It's better for Sphere though. Toad red bars right. And bounces over the sand. Sphere hits the sand. Yeah, Toad and Sphere both going for the approach shot there. Bit too far out to go through a driver chip. And yeah, both of them putt it. And again, Toad ahead of Sphere. I think this time by a much more significant amount there, maybe 5 seconds or 6. As we go boldly onwards. And the tee shot much better from Toad. Sphere is on the fringe, but Toad thinks his for a birdie. Sphere adjusts and thinks his for a birdie. It's still tight. As we see first disconnect strats from Toad. And that did not go to plan. But still retrievable. As for Sphere, he's on the fairway. Toad finds the drink once more. Neither of them having the best time on this hole. But yeah, Toad saves it. Sphere puts it back on the green. And we have a game that's neck and neck. Toad just overhit the chip. And that's going to be costly. And Sphere has broken into the lead now. That's how things can change. One bad hole, it sets you a long way back. As we enter 6. Sphere finding the drink as is customary on this hole.
Nice shot.
Toad uses disconnect strats. And well, does seem very close. Just see how this disconnect goes for Toad. Don't think it's going the best. No, and Sphere is taking a pretty clear lead. Well, after being upset in his first game, he might be the one doing the upsetting here. Sphere is past intermediate. And on to hole 7, while Toad scampers behind. does get the putt on 6, double bogey. The score doesn't matter, in case you're wondering. But Sphere, all he has to do is a semi-decent expert run, and he's got the win. And that 7 doesn't look bad. Not the easiest of putts, but no nerves at all. Toad takes the approach shot. And yeah, birdie for Toad. So on to 8. Big gap. Oh, Spears hits it into the sand. Not sure if that's what he intended. I'd say a 7-second lead. Yeah, you need to get rid of that at the end of your game. Okay. 5 minutes in. And Spear sinks his putt. So it is a 1-shot gap as we go into the final hole, hole 9, and this will be exciting. Tee shots. Sphere goes right. Toad goes left. Toad. Well, is on the fairway. That will be a welcome sight. Sphere's second shot isn't perfect, but it's good enough. Toad's just goes over to the fairway. Sphere playing conservatively, as is reasonable. I think Toad has the putt here. Well, he's got the putt. Oh, that was very close. What we're going to do is, yeah, we're going to play the second round. We do not know who won that. We'll get our retimer on that.
I need to live retime this. Hi everyone, it's your friendly dope restreamer Dragons.
This is the restreamer Dragons.
Hi Dragon.
Hi Toad, or Sphere, I don't know who that was, I'm having a stroke.
It was the Todd man.
Okay.
My alerts are off, by the way.
Oh, this is remarkable.
Okay,
so we're going to the judge's desk. It was within less than a second. I'll let Dragons explain the process now.
Okay, so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into both players' VODs and use my super awesome Chrome extension to retime both runs to see who actually won. So please,
stay tuned.
Yeah, I need to figure what the hell just happened.
While I do that, I'll just put the challenge bracket here. And, yeah, if you're interested in speedrunning or racing this game, you can come to the Wii Series speedrunning Discord server. It's not just Wii Sports Golf, it's Wii Sports anything, and indeed Wii Series anything. So, yeah, but this is, well, really tense moment, actually, because whoever takes the lead in this game has the initiative. And there's nothing they can do now to affect the result. All they have to do is wait for the judge's decision. So it's exciting stuff.
Oh no, this retime sucks because the ball you can't even see. Oh my god. Toad, why did you have to make that putt? I can't tell where the ball is.
His decision's final, but
okay.
Well, the players must be nervous now.
286. Okay, I need to.
Toad is starting to get. No, never mind.
21, 2, 3. Okay, alright, so. Cute, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Sorry for the delay, folks. I'm just, trying to get this going. So.
Come on, let's have ask any questions in the chat while we wait for this. This is unprecedented.
No, actually, this happened, like, in the first match of the tournament, but, also with Sphere and Red.
Happened in Sphere, yeah. Someone asked me a question in the chat. I'll answer it, possibly, if it's appropriate. How many people are watching right now? 11. That's not bad. Losers round 1. That's a good question. Pepsi or Coke? I actually like both. I'm one of the people that doesn't see the difference. But right now, I have a
Same.
Coke next to me. I like the packaging on Pepsi more, but I don't really have an opinion on Pepsi or Coke. Possibly Coke. Yeah, I say Coke. Thank you for the question. Hopefully you don't hate me now. Yes, I know your username has Pepsi in it.
Okay. Plus 53036. Okay, so with that, we have our results.
Okay.
Toad has won by 8 frames.
8 frames, so how much is that?
8 divided by 60 is about 0.13 seconds.
So it's 2/15. That is remarkable, folks.
Well,
1 over 7.5 of a second gives Toad the first game. And that's how tight the margins can be, folks. And now I'd ask our players to get ready as they are thrust back into the action. So if you would get ready, that would be much appreciated. Thank you. And okay, I'll count you down again, players. 3, 2, 1, go. And okay, so we are underway once again, or at least we will be when the streams sync up. There we go. And we start again with hole 1. Red bar left for Sphere, which is fine. As for Toad, completely straight, both with the same result. Looking at their approach shots, Sphere's is better. Does have to adjust for the putts though, as does Toad, and both of them do so. Hole 1 is down, and they are neck and neck. I think it's like half a second in favour of Sphere. With players. Oh, Toad goes over the sand in 2. Loses a little bit of time, not too bad. That time gain is completely evaporated for Sphere as he misses the chip and gets the OB, while Toad sinks his putt. And now it will be panic stations. He goes with the approach. Perhaps a lack of confidence there after he gets the initial miss. Toad now going left on 3, taking the shortcut and match it to perfection. So Sphere's behind. Oh, that is ugly wind. 16 south, but he's going to have to take the risks now. Red bar right and gets away with it. Toad with the approach shot. Not the easiest part, but one you'd expect him to sink. And he does it. As for Sphere, good approach shot. Easy putt. 14 feet. And he gets it. So, when Sphere gets his putt on 3, Toad has already taken his tee shot on 4. So that's the idea of the difference. And Toad with a really nice 4. Sphere just has to not make mistakes now and hope Toad makes one. And Sphere has not had the best tee shot on 4. And this is looking a bit ugly. Things can change. You've still got disconnects that can go wrong. You've still got holes 8 and 9. That disconnect looks to have gone quite right for Toad. Another one. Oh, lovely shot. The Sphere comes to the end of 4. Toad misses the putt on 5, which is a time loss that, well, don't want to call it negligible. In the grand scheme of things, it's not great. The Sphere is having practice shots. Now he's going for disconnect. Well, it works. Disconnects the technique, or you could call it a glitch, where if you take the batteries out of your Wii remote and get the timing right, you are allowed to do a second shot in 1. Sphere going out of bounds there though. And both players
performing suboptimally on their respective hole. The problem is that Toad's hole is 6 and Sphere's is 5, as now they've both missed their putt. So basically, Toad has an advantage of exactly 1 hole. As Toad putts it, oh no, he misses the putt. That's a 3-putt hole for Toad. Sphere does sink his on the second time of asking, but he's still just getting started with 6, as now Toad finishes 6. So, Toad not taking the risk on 7, and why would he? He has it in the bag if nothing goes drastically wrong here, and it's his job to make sure it doesn't. Pretty quick 6 from Sphere, mind. So if he takes the shortcut, and it goes well, he could have a shot here. Maybe he'll get to the hole in one. Toad going on his 4 shot, playing very conservatively. Perhaps a bit of his lead has gone due to that, but that's fine. As long as he wins, the time doesn't really matter. Chip in by Sphere. So they're both on 8 now. Toad doing disconnect, and it goes pretty well. Just on the edge. I think he'd prefer to be on the fairway there. And, well, he gets a pin shot. That's a bit unlucky. But he can tap it in for par. And really a pair of 8s going without major event. I will say, though, that Toad's lead has really been reduced over the last couple of holes. So we're on to the final hole now, and SphereCube has to come back to stay in this tournament. We're on hole 9. And Toad reaches the island with a flag. It's not going well for Sphere. Toad has a chance to end it all here, as he is on the green. This for a place in round 2 to face Paul in the mall, and he sinks it. And that is that, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary people. It is over. Just let Sphere finish, and it's a, well, it's a 6-0-9, and in fact he's missed that. So yeah, not gone well. In the end, doesn't really matter. I think 6-19, possibly 6-20, but it doesn't really matter. Toad's through to the next round, and I believe we can hear from him now. If you'd like to unmute, Toad.
Hey. Yeah.
2-0 win, perhaps not as simple as you'd like, but what are your overall thoughts?
I'm surprised. Today was probably the first time I touched this game since my last match, and considering how bad my last match went, I am very surprised that I was able to win. GG's to Sphere. He did really well, especially the first game. That was very close. And yeah, that's really all I got.
So in the next round, you face Paul in the mall. Very different opponent. You're getting a time there in your second run of 5:54. Maybe playing a bit conservatively. Do you think you'll have to take more risks against Paul to get a better time?
Depends on the wind. That's the only reason I played conservative on 7 was because of the wind. It was awful.
Okay,
straight.
thank you, Todd, and congratulations to you. We'll hear from our runner-up, the first person to be eliminated from the tournament, SphereCube, if you could unmute.
Hello.
So, obviously out of the tournament, but I think you gave a good account of yourself overall. What's your overall thoughts about the match?
Well, a lot of things just kind of went wrong, I guess. But there's nothing I could really do about it, so yeah, I don't really know. GG, Toad.
You're out of the tournament.
GG, brother.
You're out of the tournament. You had 2 games. Thinking about the tournament as a whole, what are your thoughts about that?
Well, I'm a lot calmer now that I'm out, because honestly, I probably wouldn't have won against Paul anyway. But as a whole, I think this tournament will be really fun to watch. And who cares if I'm not in it anymore?
Yeah, so 16 people left. We have our winners round 3 and losers round 2 now decided. Emoad beat Fresh earlier. River P versus Bunjil, Garrett versus Baconator, and Sir Tyler versus Shockwave in winners round 3. And in losers round 2, now Paul in the Mall will face Toad. Cringe Daisy will face Gamer Boss, Zed Games and Benders will face Benders Rules, and Zenon will face Red. So I think that pretty much rounds it up. This will be re-uploaded to Twitch and I think YouTube as a VOD. If you're watching on YouTube, in the description, I think will be the link to the Discord server. So
Like and subscribe, idiots.
do that, but also we'd be honoured to have you in the server. And if you want to hear more commentary from me, well, I'll hopefully be around for more Resort Fest games. But thank you for watching. We're humbled by the support we get, and hopefully we'll see you for more matches of this exciting tournament. Thank you.